Hello, Monsters Abound here, the Total War YouTube equivalent of an SUV. Large, impractical, and prone to stacking it at high speeds. There was one time I was running for a train across a bridge, and about halfway across the bridge I realised that the upper half of my body was moving significantly faster than the bottom half. And I had about 3 seconds to ponder this before I fell down the stairs the other side, so... that's fun. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires and part 10 of my Empire campaign. Of course, every 10 episodes, assuming I remember, I can be bothered, and whether the moons have aligned in the correct order and a goat has been sacrificed in my name, we have an extravaganza. And this, of course, episode is no different. It's absolutely no different, potentially, assuming I don't accidentally finish it halfway through. But we'll see how it goes. Last time we won a battle against Castle Tempelhof, but just about, barely, by the skin of my teeth. And I don't usually have this much trouble with sieges, so I don't really know what's going on. I feel like the AI has got a massive boost in leadership, but I don't know why that is. I don't know whether it's a mod or something. I've been playing around and I can't really find anything wrong, so maybe it's just that. Just unlucky, maybe? I don't know, but either way, it's a bit of a pain. So, Supreme Patriarch Balthazar Gelt is currently recovering in Fort Oberstreith. Yeah, that one. Fortunately, we've got bloody Luthor Huss here, who is an absolute legend, and who is replenishing all of our men single-handedly. He's replenishing them. Nice work there. And of course, we've got Elspeth von Draken over here. Of course, Sarah Paulson. She's recruiting units currently. We're going to be ready in, what's that, 5 turns? I mean, I don't necessarily need the Grenadiers, but they are quite nice. So we're going to have them. And over here... Flame on. Exactly. Although, not really, because you're literally just here for cash. And that's what you're here for. And we're going to pop them over to Karaberg, because that'll get the next part of the Amulet of Sea Gold quest, I think. Although I think we have to go down to Astilia anyway. But, I mean... be alright, won't it? And if Sarah can get her leg on, then we might be able to make it to Marienburg and actually take it and then rename it to Marienburg, which will then make me right every time. Although at this point I'm probably going to start calling it Marienburg every time I say it now, and then I'm going to rename it and then start naming it wrong, because that's the kind of thing I would do. Anywho, I think we're just about... yeah, I think we can just end the turn here, and I hope we do have an army being recruited here. But fortunately, it's a crap army, so that should be okay. And Manfred is laying siege to Butchefen. Will it now? You round-headed little freak. Never mind. Anyway, let's end the turn and see what happens. Okay, he's sheltering Castle Tempelhof, but we might be able to... oh, there's another army over there.
Speak. I will hear you now.
Oh, don't declare war, don't declare war. I just told you not to declare war, you bastard. No. Okay, so, I mean, I knew we were going to be at war with Heinrich sooner or later. Apparently, Isolde von Deal is doing stuff. Albrich is back. Oh, thank God for that. And we've got volley fire. That's good. Like that a lot. A time of many emperors. Be at war with the following faction. Ostend. I will take that under advisement. And Supreme Patriarch Balthazar. He's severe. Severe aspect.
I am ready. Are you?
Now, the garrison here, I believe, is going to be pretty fucked.
I trust no man.
Can we deal with this? Come on, Albrich.
Heretic.
That's not quite what I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, that's... what does that do then? Does it do anything? Doesn't it? It gives him a great sword. Oh, okay. I mean, I kind of think maybe having your pistols better. I don't know. Now, we could put him in an army. I know a few people have said that. The only thing is, I don't really like witch hunters in armies. I don't really ever see them doing much, to be honest. But Okay. Okay, let's... what's that going to do? Untainted local province. I mean, that would be useful. Let's get the White Ring of Templehof. Light magic excels at scourging the supernatural, be they demons and creatures of chaos or the unquiet dead. Well, there we go. Troubling if true. Let's repair this. May as well. We've got huge amounts of money. All the money. Oh, yes. You want to go in here. Boop. So you've got... Get that. That's fine. As Gelt leads his men beneath the rough stone linnet of the ancient barrow mound, the shadows crowd in upon him, dimming even the lightest emanation from his raised staff. Creeping despair wreathes the hearts of the warriors as they descend, tightening as it coils... Tighten its coils as ominous sounds echo in the gloom, bone on stone, pitted blade on rusted scabbard. It seems that loyalty of the buried king's ancient retainers remains firm, even in death. Well, indeed.
Follow the flame.
Well, indeed. Okay, so we've probably got an army from Heinrich heading this way at some point. We can reach Eelhart in a turn or two. And it's got a fairly good garrison, so I think we're okay. I don't think we need to rush.
Do not waste my potential.
You... Let's just see. What's the garrison like? The garrison's pretty screwed. Let's see if we can get some siege towers. I mean, worst case, they attack us. It'll stop them from replenishing. It'll stop them from recruiting any more units. And either we starve them out or we get some siege towers and deal with them that way. Although public order here is awful.
Yes.
Basically. Although we are reducing vampiric corruption down to 50%. Mostly because of Alberich, I think. He has quite a lot of... He's got 6. Is that all really? 3-3. You've also got that. That's going to take a turn... Did you also have Untainted Cleanse Corruption? Because you don't actually have that skill, I guess you don't get the benefit from that. And of course we've got Carcass. Carcass is over here. He is on holiday, but it's a working holiday because he's assaulting Skeggy for us, so good work, Carcass. That's exactly what we wanted. We're going to make you a specialist so you can do that more, and that's going to cheer up a lot of people, actually. That's going to make a lot of people very happy, including Mazdamundi, wherever he is. There he is. Is it making him happy? It is. It is. It doesn't. I'm not interfering. Honestly, he'll come round. Give me time. Give me time. Let's get... I do want the public order. Untainted would be nice as well, because obviously we've got huge problems with vampires. Upkeep reduction of infantry would be nice. Global recruitment would be nice. Rifled barrels. Missile damage plus 10%. Oh, there's a lot of good stuff here. I think we're going to go with... Purge Dark Cults. The Holy Order of the Templars of Sigma, or Witch Hunters, can be sent under an Archlector's order to purge vile cults. Good. More of that, please. Now, I could move the armory. But the question is, where would I put it? Because frankly, I mean... I could get the pots. I've got one building slot for the Imperial Palace, so that's fine. I mean, I could get the Imperial Academy, but I don't know if that's actually worth it. I don't think it is. I mean, we've got the important buildings, which are the Engineer's Workshop. We've got the Altdorf College of Magic. I could get the Wizard's Conclave. So I could shift that, maybe get rid of one of the toll gates. But on the other hand, that is going to give us another 8% income. And with all the bonuses we get here, I think that's probably going to be worth quite a bit. So my thinking is, keep the armory here. Because the option is getting rid of one of the toll gates. And I kind of want to keep them. I mean, I can always change my mind later.
the comet.
Okay, we're laying siege there. So let's just see. They might attack. If they attack, that works for me because we'll be in a defensive formation, defensive position, and despite the fact our infantry's taking a bit of a beating, I think we'll be okay.
Friends of the Empire, come.
Oh, hello, Thor Grim. You want a defensive alliance? Absolutely, buddy. Join in. Come on. That's it. There we go. Maybe hope for me yet. Did you hear that?
Oldest friends of the Empire.
And Belagar. Look at this. Defensive alliance. Yes, we'll have a defensive alliance with you. Probably mostly going to be fighting greenskins, and we're already at war with the greenskins, so... Let's... Oh, you're going for it. He's going for it. Now, the only problem here is going to be the sheer number of friggin' direwolves. So we're going to have to play defensively, but I think this is going to be fine. Now, I'm not too proud that sometimes, when needs must, a little corner camping occurs. Now, I'm not proud of myself, but whenever this happens, it's always for a good reason. It's usually because the enemy has a shit ton of cavalry or direwolves, and this is no different. They do have a lot of direwolves, and the only thing is they will. It's just annoying. It's just annoying to deal with. I mean, the AI is relentlessly good at using direwolves, fast-moving units. It can micro them within an inch of their lives. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull back to the corner, except this one unit here. Now you might think, what's he doing here? And you might suspect that, has he forgotten to move them? And nothing can be further than truth. You see, what's happening here is a very strategic and tactical manoeuvre that I call the... Okay, I forgot to move them. They'll be moved in a second, but that'll be fine. So what we're going to do, we're going to create little gaps in our line. Yeah, I could use the chevrons, but to be honest, it's such a ball ache to put them. I mean, I'm just like, fuck it, I'll just put gaps in the lines. It's easier. You just spread them out in a line, and then each unit, you just shorten them a little bit. You just make them a little bit shorter, and then you have gaps in your line, and it's, you know, if you can put your guns behind them, shoot through, all good. So they've spotted my Sterling's Revenge, and you can see these bats and the direwolves roving ahead of the main force. We've kind of got waves of enemies here. So we've got these direwolves and bats coming in. Then we've got these sort of Vargeists backed up by some Black Knights and some skeletons. And then we've got the main force, which is these Graveguard, who are just a little bit slower. I mean, they're going to take quite a while to reach us, which is fine by me, because we can't take them on one at a time. Then that makes life a lot easier for us. You can see these bats charging in and getting shot to pieces as they turn up. There's Luthor, probably giving an inspiring speech about how he's going to ram his hammer up some vampires' bottoms. He's very fixated on the vampire bottoms and putting hammers up therein, apparently. Okay, so more bats. They're being shot to pieces. There we go. That's good stuff. Excellent. You can see there's some more direwolves over on the right flank there. More bats. Getting some good shots out here. Not sure the mortars are most effective at bombing direwolves, although it does do damage, so I can't really argue with that. We're going to be focusing on the skeletons back there. In comes the vampire lord as well. So far so good. We managed to keep them at arm's length just as well, because a lot of our infantry has taken quite a beating. However, on this left flank we do have some Black Knights. Ooh, these guys. I mean, they're not great. They're not great cavalry, but they're not bad, and they will do quite a lot of damage to our swordsmen if they get a nasty charge in. So we're going to concentrate some fire off on these guys. There we go. They're taking some fire there, taking some damage. And they're going to charge in. Luthor is going to come in to try and help as well. We're going to debuff them. So we're going to Curse of Rust. In comes Luthor as well, so that means they're going to have very little armour. It's going to make it easier, but the Vargeists come in at the same time. We've got bats all in our faces as well, so a lot of our missile units can't fire because they're being harassed by bats. Ugh. On our right flank, lots of direwolves come down, attacked our little unit of swordsmen here. They're taking quite a chunk of damage. They have seen off the direwolves, but they are struggling a little bit. More direwolves coming in there. There's that vampire lord and some crypt horrors coming through the lake. Luthor has pinned down the Black Knights. In comes some crypt horrors, vampire knights, vampire lords coming in as well. But of course Luthor, he's a badass, so he's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to smack people in the face with my hammer. A little help there with a Gehenna's Golden Hounds. That's going to do a lot of damage to these Black Knights. They're going to crumble away. The Dire Wolves are cycle charging our lines, but we're still holding firm, and as they retreat, they're getting gunned down by our handgunners and the Free Company militia. Luthor is beating up this Vampire Lord and a bunch of skeletons. This Vampire Lord, he's taken an absolute pounding from this. Luthor does not give a shit. I mean, he just knocked one skeleton flying. The Vampire Lord's had enough. He's running away. These the Black Knights still fighting on. There we go. The last one crumbled away. So we've also got another vampire. This one, a lady vampire. Lady vampire coming across the lake, and the infantry is now moving up, and we're now in range with our mortars, so we're bombarding them from long range, doing as much damage as possible. That's good stuff. Luthor smash. Oh, look at that! Just batters the Vampire Lord. Off comes his head, and that's another vampire dead for Luthor. And he's going for the hat trick. He's got another vampire down here, and there's of course a third Vampire Lord coming. So he's no ladies' man, is he, Luthor? He's just battered that vampire right to the floor. Coming in again. Ouch. In comes some crypt ghouls, but Luthor again does not give a shit. Sends them flying. Absolute legend that he is. This vampire's like, I've actually decided I've got something else to do, so she's trying to get away from Luthor. But running straight into bullets, which is unfortunate. Because bullets, of course, quite effective against vampires. What's she doing? What's she doing? What's this? What fresh new hell? Okay, doesn't matter. She's charging our lines and taking bullets right to the face. Yep, down she goes. I mean, Luthor didn't finish her off. But that's okay. Crypt Horrors have engaged our line. They managed to break one of our units of swordsmen, but the Pistoliers are coming to do a rear charge there and just break them. They took a lot of damage, and there we go. They're finished off. Luthor finishing. He's up to 69 kills. Of course, the sexiest amount of kills. Except he's killing crypt ghouls, so not so sexy. 70 now because he just battered that one. And down he goes. Now we've just got the Grave Guard to finish off. Everything else is dead. Luthor, of course, is like, yeah, I'm in. Although he's taking a little bit of fire there in the back, but fortunately he's got a big book on his back, so not so much of a problem. These Grave Guard have already taken an absolute pounding from the mortars. Now they've got Luthor smashing their face in, and a bunch of flaming dogs jumping around. So it's not really their day. And as such, they all start to crumble away. Down they go. A few manage to get into melee combat, but not very many. And Luthor has spotted the last Vampire Lord. So he's going to charge over, probably saying something like, the only good vampire is one that has my hammer firmly rammed up its bottom. So in he goes. There's some Grave Guard in the way, but it's not like Luthor gives a flying toss about them. In he goes. Smashes. Oh, it's fire. It's vampires. It's skeletons. It's bloody Luthor. Look at this. He does not give a shit. Oh, bloody Luthor Huss Vampire Slayer. Holy shit. How many vampires has he killed now? Not even sure. We got a banner. I wasn't sure. It's probably a Scarecrow banner. It probably doesn't matter. God, let's occupy. We can occupy. Gonna have a rebellion, but we've occupied. So we've got Castle Templehof. Now that's probably going to upset Manfred. His little round head will be all red. Well, a slightly pinker shade of white anyway. Voncar, okay. Oh shit. Okay. Piffledork. No! I had such high hopes that he would survive. It's fucking Isabella. Oh, you little bugger. It's Vlad. Vlad is not impossible to kill. God, why did I sign a defensive pact with the dwarves? Why did no one stop me? This is everyone's fault but mine. Okay, at least the dwarves are helping out with old Kemmler there. Did you just not? Just decided not to. Okay, sure, no. That's fine. You want a non-aggression pact. You want me to pay for it? Suck a dick. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're an executioner. That's not bad. Critical failure. That's good. They've sacked Piffledork. Damn it. And Western Sylvania is... Where's the Bray Herds? They're over there. That's not necessarily a bad thing. We've got the Staff of Volon's quest as well. Move a character to Southern Oblast. The colleges of Magic and Altdorf are abuzz with intrigue. Every 8 years... Oh. Hang on. There we go. Every 8 years, a wizard who has proven himself worthy may challenge the master of the colleges to a magical duel, which the winner becoming the next supreme patriarch. The competition even to become a candidate is white hot. Wizards, being what they are, mean the selection process at best pedantic. At its worst, real amenities can develop. Balthazar Gelt is the patriarch of the Gold Order and is tipped to win, but a rival light wizard, Gottfried Orr, desperate for the position, wants rid of Gelt before they even reach the Hall of Jewels. While this is an open secret, no direct accusations can be made, as that is not how wizards manage their affairs. However, Gelt is something of a maverick, and knows he needs the edge when Orr inevitably makes his move. As such, the Gold Wizard sets about locating a valuable lodestone and harnessing its power. Lodestones sometimes occur in areas struck by lightning, areas such as Kislev, which has recently experienced heavy storm activity. Okay, so we're going to have to send someone over there. Where is... I mean, you're pretty healed up. I reckon we can kill Vlad.
What now?
I reckon Luthor can take Vlad out. Just batter him. Batter him with his sword. That's going to be fine. Blood Drinker. Does regenerate his health points. But I think we can. I think we still got this. Did we not get the banner? I guess the banner... Well, we probably got too many... What banner did we get? I can't tell. Never mind. Some Blood Knights. Yeah, this is going to be fine. I know that Vlad's an absolute beast, but I don't think that auto-resolve was quite right. Mind you, it might be taking into my account the efforts at Marienburg and Castle Tempelhof, and decided that I'm not very good at this game, so could be fair. So first of all, our Pistoliers is going to be moving in and shooting the Vargeists. There we go, taking pot shots at them, actually doing quite a lot of damage. Look at this. I mean, they don't have much armour, I guess, so they're just taking absolute pasting. So we're just going to keep ahead of the Vargeists and pick them off. We've got a couple of units of Graveguard. The main danger in this army really are the Vargeists, the Blood Knights, and Vlad himself. Everything else pretty easy to deal with. Vargeists trying to and come down, but land just short. Pretty sure they shouldn't be able to run that fast on land, but it looks like they've been picked off. There we go. They're taking a lot. They're taking absolute pasting. Look at this. This is great. They're not going to reach my lines. The Blood Knights are next on my Pistoliers hit list. Looks like they're going to try and flank around. So what we're going to do is, now that the Vargeists are weakened, we're going to start taking pot shots at the Blood Knights. In comes a little fireball. Ooh, that was a good fireball. That was a great fireball. So we're going to reduce their armour. That's going to make our shots hit even harder. And we're going to just chase after them. Pistoliers are just going to hunt them down. So while that's happening, the main army is advancing. These Black Knights look like they're going to try and help out the Blood Knights. But it's not really working, because they're marching right past my handgunners, and that's it's not working out for them. Pistoliers continue to harass the Blood Knights. Blood Knights down to about half health. So come the infantry. We've got Skeleton Spearmen. We've got some Graveguard, both of which have taken a lot of damage. There's a White King there, and Vlad himself backed up by a Necromancer. can see the Blood Knights charge, giving the Free Company Militia a charge. They're going to be doing some damage there, but the Pistoliers are going to be firing directly into their rear, so they're not going to be doing very well. Luthor's charging in against the White King. Takes a swipe, but doesn't do any damage. A rare miss. However, we are going to be beefing him up. Let's just look at his stats there. So he's got 207 armor, 81 melee attack, 72 melee defense. He's fighting Vlad, the Necromancer, and the White King all at the same time. It's not even a fair fight, and that's because there's only 3 of them versus 1 Luthor, and so that's you know, very much in Luthor's favour. The Blood Knights just can't escape the Pistoliers. They're going to try and go after the mortar. One last charge. Oh, didn't make it. Well, I guess maybe he's like splashed some of the mortar crew. Well, I think the Pistolier just shot the mortar crew in the back, but sure, whatever. Both the White King and the Necromancer dead, and just Vlad to kill for Luthor. And down he goes. What a win! Oh, how many vampires has Luthor taken down now? Need a kill count. Holy shit. We'll occupy that. We've got the Screaming Banner as well. That's really nice, actually. We can definitely use that. Balthazar is Undeath Descendant. Down, but probably not out, as you cannot really kill what doesn't truly live.
Let us begin.
Let us begin, indeed. Okay, let's grab... I mean... We need 4 skill... I kind of feel like, even though it's not that useful right now, getting the extra winds of magic would be pretty huge. On the other hand, transmutation of lead is really good, and final transmutation is really, really good. Let's just get... Oh, we got 2 skill points. Holy shit. Okay, great. We can get... let's grab final transmutation then. Do I want to do that, or do I want to grab it? 25, I mean, it's nice. I think final transmutation's better though. So we'll grab that. And Jafar is gonna get Curse of Midnight Wind, because I quite like that debuff. And our army's looking, I mean, despite the fact we've just taken Templehof and defeated Vlad, we're looking in, you know, pretty rude health actually. Pretty good. What we do need, though, is... Let's get some woods here. And Elspeth, yeah.
I refuse your guidance.
Noted. Noted. 2 turns. I mean, she's going to have a very powerful army when she's done. So I think she's more than capable of taking on a bunch of smelly vampires, but we might need a 3rd army to deal with this slight problem. I'm not going to upgrade anything here for the moment. I think we're okay here. We've got lots of... I mean, I could recruit. Because we don't have any recruitment buildings here, do we? So Elspeth is recruiting everything, so we kind of need to wait. Kind of need to wait there. Let's get the fields here to help with growth. The vampiric corruption is dropping. I mean, we can make it drop faster if we knock out some of these vampires.
I'll ignore that.
Or, you know, not. Either way. It's very much either way. Carcass. Do you want to give them an good old Reichland welcome?
We cannot.
Apparently not. Never mind. I think we're getting there.
My schemes tell me you seek audience.
Yes, I do. Trade? Yes. Yes. Give me your trade. Ostland could maybe trade with Ostland. Who are Ostland at war with? You're at war with everyone. you guys.
Approach and make your offer, but I make no promises to my
I
assent.
refuse.
Okay. You're not so worried about the vampires then, I see. Never mind. Right, who likes me and who has a trade agreement with me? Austin like me the most. Right, and they don't really like me very much. They'd probably go in for a trade. They are strength rank 7. They're just currently at war with a... Well, who are they at war with?
Empire.
Nordland, and I mean that would piss off Nordland, and I don't really want to piss off Nordland if I can absolutely help it. But I think we're doing okay at the moment. We've got a trade agreement with Lord Mazdamundi. I might send Carcass down. I mean, we've got... Surprised Alice has taken Sildra Tor, although it's riddled with Marathi Kuti, so I don't know how long he's going to hold on to it. It's riddled, is what it is.
Ready.
Crawling. Absolutely crawling. What I could do is get Carcass down. He could do the world tour. I mean, there's no point going up to see Malekith. Malekith is not going to like us very much. But if we go down and see Cetra, maybe.
What matters do you wish to lay before the Everqueen?
You know what? I'm okay, thanks. Going up to 33. That's not too bad. I've kind of got a lot of friends, just a lot of bitey enemies as well. Yeah, you don't. I don't care about you. Imminent rebellion. Yeah, that's okay. We can deal with that. Oh, Biffledork. Although it's actually looking a little bit okay. A valiant defeats. Poor old Biffledork. Although you're doing a lot of damage to Vlad. I wonder if we can peace out with Manfred. I mean, it's a long shot, but if we can peace out with him, just for the moment, we can deal with Vlad, finish him off, and then come back. Depending on Manfred wants to peace out with us. He might, because we're threatening his settlements and he doesn't have an army nearby, so he might actually take it. But it is a bit of a long shot. But I think worth it if we can get it. Who's this up? Bloody Phil! Oh, Philip! I thought we've got a trade agreement, man. What's your problem? What has Carcass... Carcass has literally done nothing to you, Phil. Why is Phil such a prick? Honest to God, that guy... He's just an absolute bellend. Ugh. Elector greed. While the Emperor's armies march forth, blah, 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 blah. Human conflict, but it would give me more money. You know what? I don't need it, so I'm just going to take the public order hit, I think. Biffledork has been sacked again. It's going to hit the tourism industry hard. Never mind. Okay, for Luthor, kind of want to go wild-eyed, but exile priest, untainted. Plus leadership when fighting against undead, chaos, and blah blah blah. Unit experience, okay. Shield of Faith though. That's quite nice. And then at level 15 we can get Soulfire. Let's go Shield of Faith. Because we've got some vampires to kill, so let's kill the vampires. Let's splatter them. There we go. I'll take the replenishment just to be on... I don't think we actually took much damage, but never mind. Ooh, a Seed of Rebirth. That's actually very nice. We've got a Tattersouls and Zintler's Reichsguard. Ooh, now. Now. The Silver Bullets might... I mean, we haven't seen any ethereal units.
Do not mock me.
So I wonder if we can get a...
Do not underestimate the daylight.
Okay, we've pieced out with Manfred. I thought he might take it. Say, because we're literally on his front doorstep, so he doesn't like that very much. So that's fine. Let's take Final Transmutation. Right, now we can concentrate. If we can wipe out Vlad... I think Vlad's not very strong. I think he's been weakened. I haven't seen many armies, so I think we might be able to finish him off quite quickly. The only problem is with our... Yeah, the public order here is appalling. I think we're going to deal with this dickhead.
Supreme Patriarch.
Can we just auto-resolve that? Because I hate fighting Cygors. Thanks very much. I think I'll just take the forced labour, actually. Okay, let's deal with him. Ooh, the Silver Lance of the Blessed. Charge bonus. Additional charge bonus and melee attack. Holy crap. Luthor, what have you got? Oh, you've got a Rune Fang. I mean, that is a constant buff to you. So, I feel like you probably can't go wrong with keeping that. You don't have any armour. What have we got? Campaign movement, campaign line of sight. Tollkeeper is limited usefulness. I do want the Screaming Banner, so we'll grab that. A Pit Fighter. Casualties captured post-battle. I do like the Winds of Magic. The campaign movement range is always nice. Campaign line of sight is nice, but is it War Banner nice? I don't think it is. So we're going to swap over to that. That seems fine. What do we got over here? What does Theodore? So Theodore, oh, he's got Liar's Bane. Yeah, so that's pretty good. What else do you have? We could give you more public order. I mean, Winds of Magic. Untainted, can't go wrong with that. Sure, why not? And yeah, no problem. And you can have that. And I guess that... I mean... You're probably not going to be fighting very often. But I guess I could give you a Sword of Battle just to keep you ticking over. You've got the Seed of Rebirth, which... I'm going to be honest. Oh, you've got the Balefire Amulet. Okay. I think maybe we can just keep that for the moment. You're going to be good to go in 2 turns. Looks like... we've retaken Marienburg. Well, I mean, I could have moved faster, but... It's not the end of the world. If I move to Fort Overstride, that's going to slow down my public order loss. We can grab the Moot next turn, then grab Schwarzhafen. I probably need defences here if I can get them. I'm going to knock that down. And how much before growth? It's going to take a little while, isn't it?
The nation calls.
Can we assassinate? Success. Hates vampires. Yes, that does make sense. Okay, vampiric corruption is dropping rapidly. Which is great. And what we're going to do is we're going to go cleanse corruption. Which should then drop it down. Yes, so
Is it time?
I think you are now untainted +8 in the local province. 6, 7, 8. Is that right? 3, 6, 7, 8. So, but then you get, interesting. Maybe these don't stack. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm wondering if maybe these don't stack. Well, I mean, it's fine. It's going down 5% a turn, which is pretty quick. Wort Bad is going to be another problem, but we'll cross that bridge when vampires spawn on top of it, I guess. Carcass. Phil, what?
The nation calls.
Phil.
Greetings, stranger.
Phil, we've got a trade agreement, mate. Where's this coming from? You beardy shit. I'm helping you.
Yes. Preemptive strike.
See? Notice that? Beating up the bad people.
Direct me.
See? I'm helping. I'm helping out, okay? Just take that on board. Jesus Christ, this guy. This bloody guy. What an absolute tit. Okay, Piffledork, you're okay. I mean, well, you're not okay, but tough. Yeah, don't worry about that. I'm not going to fix those buildings because I don't know where Isabella is, and I'm guessing she's pretty close. Well, I mean, at least Bretonia's doing something. that actually is really helpful. So, thanks, Luon. Maybe I'll let you live. Or maybe I'll kill you last. You can't say fair. Oh my... Phil! Sodding he... What the fuck? Phil! Phil! Son of a bitch! Look. I don't know what the... I mean... I'm just flabbergasted. Okay, we're going to take the moots back. Let's rescue these halflings, I guess. The Screaming Banner can go on those guys. And the War Banner can go on them. Yeah, alright. We're just going to auto-resolve that, I think. And occupy. Trickster Shard. And we've dealt with Isabella. Oh, lots of people. Look at that. So Balthazar's got regeneration. Now, I believe, and I could be wrong in this, but the Seed of Rebirth does not count as regeneration. It counts as an item. So, in fact, he has 2 amounts of regeneration now. Which means he's going to be very difficult to kill.
Yes.
See, he agrees. Excellent. So, we're now going to get him... I want to get Arcane Conduit. So, let's get Magical Reserves. And I might get Earthing and then Arcane Conduit, because then that can help him regenerate his power reserves, which is obviously very useful because he's a very strong caster. And we're definitely going to get Soulfire for Luthor. And Jafar is going to get Comet. He's going to get Comet. Right, we've taken the moots. Fort Oberstroi is going to rebel in 1 turn. Fine, yeah, that's... Well, it's not good, but it's a thing that's going to happen. We're going to get defences here because it's right on the edge of vampire territory. I definitely want to get a Temple to Sigmar there as well to help offset this vampiric corruption, which is going to be an absolute pain in the arse. I think they've got a Balefire. Yeah, they've got a Balefire here, so that is causing some problems. If we can take that, if we can take Schwarzhafen off Vlad, that will make our life a little bit easier. Keeping hold of it is going to be an entirely separate matter, but because Luon has beaten back Kemler, I might be able to just move Elspeth in to help us. She might be able to move on Averheim and take that. She's actually got a skill point, which is great, so we'll grab that. And what have they spent? Okay, the skill point's not too bad. Let's go Route Marcher. And then what we can do is... Treasure is pretty good. We can actually kick you out of there and pop you in there. So that's going to increase our hero success chance, reduce enemy hero success chance, and also make agents cheaper in her local province. Now that means we don't have a Castellan engineer, but their bonuses is only to their army, so it's not actually that big a deal. Archlector is nice to have, but not the end of the world. Reichsmarshal is, I'm going to be honest, pretty shit. So not a big deal there. So once we finish recruiting there, I think what we might actually do is, how much is another army going to cost? It's going to cost about half of our current income, which I don't know if is worth it. Especially because we don't really have the enemies to our north now. We pieced out with Skarsnik. Skarsnik's no longer a problem. Well, for the moment. Kemler is being forced back by Luon, although it does look like they've got some Beastman problems here. But for the moment, I think we're okay to sort of like just leave that. Just leave that. Just leave them to themselves, to be honest. What we could do is assault these guys. Let's try and... cheer up old Master Mundi a little bit. That seems to be working. That's pretty good. Albrich, I kind of want to keep you here, but we can always... Oh, we can't because you're tired. Okay, we can see the army there. He's just got 2 units of Blood Knights, which should be fairly easy to wipe out. Albrich, I think we can just keep you there because you're just reducing that vampiric corruption. We could do Imperial Faith. Let's do that. Because that's going to give us a lot of untainted corruption. It's going to reduce the corruption in our provinces, which is going to be great. So we've got lots of osmosis there. That's all fine. So vampiric corruption should be dropping everywhere. Yes, this is what we wanted, and it should be dropping here as well. Indeed it is. Excellent. So that should make our lives easier, because it's also going to be pushing back that vampiric corruption, and meaning if we retake provinces, it should be easier to keep control of them, because I mean things like Tempelhof here, that's going to rebel next turn. There's basically nothing we can do about it. Even an army station there would not really help. That's why I'm going to get defences, because that would actually maybe like help us fend them off a bit. Albrecht are just going to sit there. We've got commandment available in Stirland. Untainted? Public order. I think we're going to go public order, because I don't think it's really going to... One untainted isn't really going to help all that much. I mean, we could repair this. Let's repair that. Let's get the marble quarry. Let's get that as well. Get some more cash coming in. Nullen has pretty good defences. I'm pretty happy with that. Once we've finished off Vlad, and to be honest, I think Vlad's actually... I don't know what happened to Vlad, but he's not looking in a very good position. Literally love... Yeah, you don't do anything. Unassigned skill point in Carcass. Oh, bloody Carcass. What a guy. Let's assault garrisons. That's what you're going to do. So it looks like he took quite a beating, but I don't know what from. Unless he's got armies like hidden away somewhere. It looks like it might be quite easy to finish him off. And if we can finish him off, then we've got the vampires contained in that little corner. And once they're down there, it's a fairly easy task just to finish them all off.
It is good to see our allies of the mountains.
Hello, Thorgrim. Military alliance. I'm going to say no to that, because I believe it debuffs you. And I kind of want someone to be able to stand against the greenskins for a little bit. If we could, that would be great.
I will hear your petition, but make no promises to act on it.
Hello, Vlad. You want a peace treaty? Unsurprisingly, I'm going to say no. To the surprise of literally no one. Is he called the big one? Hello. What's up? Non-aggression pact. You keep I'm not going to pay you for a non-aggression pact. We can have a non-aggression pact, but I'm not going to give you money for it. Just FYI. Okay, we spotted Kazrak over there. Okay, he might be heading in this direction. But Theodore has got a skill point. Oh, look at this. Champion of Nullen. That could be quite nice, because that public order could actually be quite useful. Let's do that. Now, I don't know where Kazrak is. That's troubling, but I think we're going to just head straight for Averheim. See if we can take it. We have had a rebellion here. It is most... I mean...
Do not waste my potential.
As soon as I leave the moot, they're going to retake it, but I'm just going to have to accept that that's going to happen. So we'll deal with this. We'll take the experience, because why not? And we've got... Oh, a Banner of Rage. Okay, neat.
Ready. Wind of Shaman.
And then let's head back. So if they do take the moots, then I can finish them off. So we're going to get Earthing, and then I'll get Arcane Conduit next. So we'll do there. We're heading for that. Kazrak's around here somewhere, but I just... What I do need to do is untick that.
Ready to burn them.
And then make sure I do tick Albrecht. And why this doesn't work the opposite way round, I don't know.
Sir?
So you'd think that each hero would have a little box here. You go, you know what? I don't want to know when they haven't moved. Because then I mean, literally just cash here.
I serve no master.
That's correct, because you're literally just here for cash. That's basically what you're here for. But unfortunately, you have to go and tick everyone you do want to be notified for, rather than the other way around, which to me Seems odd, but oh well. Let's get the iron mining pit here. Let's upgrade this again, because I don't think they've got any armies in Haverheim. So I think old Elspeth should have. Sorry, not old. I think Elspeth should have a fairly easy time taking that. We can, if they do attack the moot, we can go and deal with that, and then finish off the vampires. I could assassinate you, but I kind of just want to stay here because that's going to just reduce that vampiric corruption. It is continuing to drop, and I just need to keep that dropping. Carcass, we're going to keep you assaulting.
Take them before they get to battle.
Because it's going to give you, skill points, which is great. That's what we want. It's also going to cheer up Mazda Mundi no end. He's going to be his little face. He's going to be beaming. Look at that. 20. Yeah, no, it's fine, buddy. It's fine. I'm good. I'm good. Thanks, though. Thanks very much. Albrecht, we're just going to leave you there for the moment. We're going to end the turn. Let's see if they go and murder some halflings. I mean, I'm not really bothered either way, to be honest. I mean, halflings. Who cares, right? Well, apparently, a Tuluf, the big one, or whatever his name was, more of it was definitely a boaster, not a shower. Vampire conflict. Well, we are going to be killing a lot of vampires. So the Elders of the Moot request an audience. Yeah, we're going to grant the request. Sure. They didn't actually move on the Moot. I guess they were too worried that they'd end up horribly dead, which is absolutely true, because that's what's going to happen. Very earnest. What a name. There is going to be another rebellion, of course there is, as is tradition, but by that point we should have some defences up, so we should be reasonably okay. We can head towards Averheim, and because we've got the right currently active, we're not going to take attrition, which is good. But we are going to deal with Schwarzhafen. We just will resolve this one, I think. It's not particularly tricky. Let's just occupy. Got Trickster Shards. We've captured that province. Got the Hammer of Witches. Ooh. And the Templehof Luminarch. Holy shit. Can't follow a hedge wizard, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, if we can take Averheim, Gesundheit. I mean, Karag Dromar is... We could retake that. I really think... I don't know what happened to Vlad's army, but he's not... Who's he at war with?
My words are as deadly as my blade.
Maybe he just had a shit army. I don't know. I don't know. But either way, it worked out for us. So Jafar is going to have Comet of Cassandora. And then we just need 2 more skill points. We can get another Arcane Conduit. And of course we're going to grab Arcane Conduit here so that we can regenerate our mana a little bit faster if we need to. Let's grab the town. Then we can get walls there. We're going to have a rebellion here, but it's not a huge problem. And vampiric corruption is now dropping very, very rapidly. We do have a lot of vampiric osmosis coming from eastern Sylvania, but that's not the end of the world. We can once we've had our... Oh, there's Oakenhammer over here as well. I might be able to just, capture the Empire provinces and then peace out with Vlad. I think at that point, he's probably not going to cause me too many problems. The dwarves might be able to finish him off for me, which would be quite nice. And to be honest, the dwarves do need a bit of a hand. It looks like they are struggling as the orcs continue to spread. Ugh. Aranessa has taken some provinces around here as well. The Wood Elves still going strong, though, which is good to see. Do they still like me? Let's just double check. Yay! Can I have military access? Can you pay me for it?
How dare you?
Okay. This is why I don't like I'm looking forward to the Three Kingdoms what is this worth button, because a number of times I'm like, I don't like that one. All right.
Very good.
Okay, good. Fab. I've got... I don't want to go through Athol-Lorem, but if I need to, I now can. No biggie. So, we're swiftly running out of time. I think I make a lot of cuts, so it's difficult to sometimes tell how long you've actually got in an episode, but I think it's about an hour. So, we'll go for that. So next time we're going to be finishing off Vlad and then planning our next moves to deal with Manfred. Now, I did say we'd keep him like contained down his little corner, but he has he's got out. He spread north, but I'm hoping that maybe Kislev can force him back, or at least keep him contained, because if we can surprise attack him in, say, how many turns? Where is Manfred and his stupid little round face? There you are. So if I declare war, 7 turns. So if we wait 7 turns, we can just jump like Drakenhof Castle. If we can take Drakenhof Castle, that's most of his strength gone in one fell blow, because that's a big province. It's got a gold mine. It's got all that kind of... And then taking Eschen and Waldenhof should be fairly easy. At that point, we're next to our allies in Karakadrin, and we should then be able to help them out. So I think that's my plan. It does mean kind of ignoring Kemmler over here, but I think what we'll do is we'll get Karl up in a minute, and he can sort of defend the Reichland while Balthazar and Elspeth are out, you know, doing their stuff. And meanwhile, Carcass is going to just help out Mazdamudi a little bit more, and then we'll send him down to go and meet up with Cetra and have some lovely, I don't know what the Tomb Kings do, drink sand or something? Wrap themselves in new bandages? He can try all the Tomb King fads or something. He's on holiday. It's a nice long, it's a working holiday, but it's a nice holiday for old Carcass here. So that's what we're going to be doing. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode of the Empire Campaign.